getting into the state of flow and working. Flow. Anyway, doesn't matter. The state of flow. What is the state of flow? Everyone knows what the state of flow is. You know when when you're doing something and you're really in the moment, when like the whole world around you disappears, and you're 100% in the moment. You're 100% in that thing, no matter what it is. Whether it's fucking, whether it's drawing, it's skating, it's mugging someone. But you're just in that moment. You know, you're feeling, you're in the zone. You're committed 100%. Your mind is on it. It's on a task. Is using 100% CPU utilization and 100% GPU utilization. If you're trying to look sexy for a girl, you know, you gotta turn up those graphics, man. Get that Gucci. That doesn't matter. Yeah, the state of flow is fucking beautiful. It is beautiful. Okay, as an artist, I can tell you there's a huge difference from drawing when you're in the state of flow and drawing when you're not in the state of flow. The difference is extremely massive. First of all, when you're drawing in the state of flow, it is how do I put it? More fluid, more fluid. Like you'll be making mistakes, but they're not really mistakes. They're just
happy accidents.
Do something, you'll be like, nah, it will look better like this. And then you raise it, and then you redo it while you're changing it, and the mistakes don't really bother you that much compared to when you're not in the state of zone. Then when you're drawing, it's like it irritates you. Like, you don't want to be drawing in the first place. Okay, you don't want to be drawing in the first place because when you're drawing for a job, you gotta do it. You gotta come in. You gotta make those character designs. But one thing Valve does, which I understand now, even though they've become extremely lazy from the billions and billions they've made from you know this way of work. But one thing Valve does, you know, Steam Valve, is that they only work on projects when they feel like it. They don't force themselves into something. They'll only start something when they feel like it. Whenever they make a game, they need to be like, hey guys, you wanna make a fucking game? And then they won't be like, yeah. But you know, if one guy's in it and no one is in it, they won't make a game. So yeah, Valve, and you see what happens when they force themselves to do something like Artifacts. That was forced. They didn't have that was all greed. That was money. They wanted money. They didn't make that out of love. But then when they feel like making something, you get things like Left 4 Dead, Portal, what else? Dota, you know, Dota, the most important thing. Even though from the recent Battle Pass, we can tell that, yeah, their love has gone down the gutter. But, I mean, inflation, my dude. Inflation. It's inflation time. And then you make the Battle Pass like 200 euros. You make it like 200 euros. I mean, I still brought it for the Faceless Void. I don't even play Faceless Void. I was in it for the Crystal Maiden. And I should have stopped. But then I was like, you know, I'm already this deep in. I might as well go. You know, why stop here? So I kept going. So it's important. Valve only makes games when they feel like it. When they put their soul into it. And this is why we have this 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, almost perfect games from Valve, which we so all very much love.
You'll never get Half-Life 3.
Probably because they're not in the mood. They're busy swimming in their money. But yeah. And this comes back to the state of flow. When you're trying to make art, you try to do something beautiful. Fucking stairs.
I'd like to find whoever invented the stairs and push him down these stairs.
You need to do it when... Ah, shit. Oh, God, I'm getting old. Hey. Yes, the state of flow. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go. How do you get into the state of flow? How do you get into the state of flow? I think it's. I remember what my boss said when you're in the state of flow, when you enter the state of flow. Remember the last thing you were doing, which put you in that state. So, yes, whenever you're in the state of flow and you realize it because you're in your zone, you're doing everything well, you need to look back at what you did beforehand to put you in that state. Like for me, it's playing video games. If I play a match of Apex or a match of Dota 2, and it's a really, really good match, like an excellent 100% match where everyone's talking, everyone's communicating, everything's going as planned, that puts me in the state of flow. You know, I am attached to this match now. I'm 100% in, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You know, I've committed to it. My soul, my body, my state of being is in this match. I'm in the state of flow. Now, the state of flow itself, it lasts longer than you think. It can probably last for 2 to 3 hours. It depends, but for me, it's like 2 to 3 hours. So I'd play a match of Dota for like 30 minutes, 40. If it's really good, an hour. Whew, that's the good. That's the drug. That's a dopamine. You know, for me, that's a drug. Dota is my drug, man. I take the shit in the vein, connected. I hit the shit up on a spoon, man. I inhale it. I sniff that shit. Give me a 1 hour match. I sniff that shit, man. And it doesn't matter. Yeah. So Dota puts me in a state of flow, and Apex and a few other games. Usually, any good game puts me in a state of flow. It's, maybe for some people, it's the condition of winning. If they win or if they lose, they get in the state of flow. But for me, it's a good match. I don't care if I win or lose. If I had a good fucking match, it's enough for me. I get into the state of flow. I'm just committed. Like, I'm just absorbed. And then one thing I do is, because it lasts 2-3 hours, the state of flow, I will, once I'm done playing, I would move on to creating. I would draw something, or maybe code, or maybe do some painting, whatever. I move on to my projects, and then I carry over this state of flow, which I have initiated through playing video games, into my work. And then that's when I can be more efficient. So yeah, that's my tip in getting into the state of flow. Before you want to know your state of flow, you need to know the state of your floor, because a floor is where the water flows on. If it's a smooth surface, the water shall go nicely. If it's rigid, the water will be messy and go all over the place. But if it's a surface that goes down, then the water will go downhill, just like your life and your video game addictions.